We've all seen those horses that look just poor, right? They've got like dull coat, they're a little ribby, or maybe just not good muscle tone. Maybe they're fat, but they just don't have good muscle tone, and their eyes look dull, and they just don't look like they're thriving. Well, here's 4 suggestions of how to take a horse from looking like that to looking amazing. Number 1, you're really going to look at the microbiome. So much of the horse's digestion is in the hindgut, and so many things that they need to get from their food happen in the hindgut. And if they're not in a really good high fiber feed diet where the microbiome is balanced to be able to help in their digestion in the hindgut, you're gonna end up with this horse looking like they're getting fed a lot, but they're just not utilizing it. The second thing is actually soybeans. So soybeans are really being pushed on the market right now because they're a good source of protein and they're a cheap source of protein. However, they're really high in omega-6s, and what we need as people, but also our horses need, is a high omega-3 diet, not omega-6s. So we want to limit the soybean, and we want to look at other better available feedstuffs to get our horses looking their best. The third thing is mineral balance. So you really want to make sure the horse is getting all of their minerals that they need, even the ones that they need in little minute doses. And that can sometimes be hard because a lot of feed supplements are actually putting minerals in there that are not well absorbed by the horses. So they're synthetically made, or they're just in a form that the horse can't really use. So they're getting them in their feed, but their body can't utilize them. So you really want to look at your mineral source and make sure your horse is actually able to utilize the minerals that they're receiving. The final thing is you really have to look at your horse's stress levels in their environment, because it doesn't matter how good you feed them. If the horse is not happy, then it's going to manifest in their physical appearance. So I know this sounds a little bit vague, but the reality of it is that horses are herd horses. So they like to be in a herd. They like to have friends. They like to have their buddy that they hang out with. That's where they feel safest. And so if your horse is constantly stressed, they're constantly on the road, they're constantly not being able to settle into their life, horses don't really thrive that way. And so a lot of times they can be getting everything that they need, but they're going to get ulcers and they're just going to be unhappy, and it's going to affect their physical condition as well as their mental and emotional condition. So looking at ways to manage them, to minimize that, can go a long way into having our horses look super, super healthy. If you want to learn more about holistic medicine and how to look at your horse's health through a holistic viewpoint, come check me out. I'm Dr. Rebecca. I do the Hale and Hardy Horses podcast. You can find me on Apple, Spotify, and iHeartRadio.